A young, up-and-coming attorney currently representing a defendant in a highly publicized gang trial in Atlanta involving rapper Young Thug has been arrested herself. And the charges Nicole Fagan faces aren't ones you might think of for an attorney. It's not like ethics violations or embezzling from a client. No, the 34-year-old attorney is looking at charges of participating in criminal street gang activity and criminal solicitation to commit the offense of tampering with evidence. Now, these charges have nothing to do with the current RICO trial she's involved in, where this week, Young Thug was identified as the alleged gunman in a 911 call made back in 2013. But Nicole Fagan has carved out a career for herself helping defendants beat gang-related charges. This is from her own TikTok account.
All right, this for all y'all keep asking me what's up with my lawyer, man. She the goat, dog. Like, so if you out here thugging, you in the streets, you got any kind of cases, and you ain't went and paid her no retainer fee, you sleep, you out here living reckless, you tripping, dog.
A fine endorsement, but according to Atlanta police, Fagan may have become a little too dedicated to keeping potential clients out of trouble. She was arrested for allegedly contacting a suspect, not her client, in a 2022 shooting, which one person died. According to the Atlanta police, she called the suspect and told him, "You should dispose of your phone because I'm hearing the police are about to arrest you." But that's not all. One day before her arrest, she posted this to her Instagram.
People play gangsta and police games at the same time. That is weird. That is weird.
Back with me, trial attorney Misty Marris, Jesse Weber, anchor and attorney for Law and Crime Network, and Brian Buckmeyer, also a host at Law and Crime and an ABC News contributor. Brian, you are also a criminal defense lawyer. What do you make of this? I mean...
Yeah, criminal defense lawyer, public defender for 9 years, represented Bloods, gangs, all gang members. This is a bonehead move. I understand reaching out to people who are not your clients, suspects, victims in a case to get more information and things like that. But this is why when you do that, you have another attorney listening on the call with you and an investigator to make sure that, let's presume that the other person's lying. You have that person as a witness. But two, if that other person is not lying, why are you saying this to another person? Why are you telling someone to dispose of a cell phone? That is a crime. That is tampering with evidence. It is such a... I can't imagine why you would do it. It just doesn't make sense.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
I have a theory. Not that she was looking to get him as a client.
Yeah.
She is representing a lot of high-profile individuals in this space. Perhaps she was concerned that if this guy gets picked up, he has information about one of her clients. That's what I thought.
On the phone.
Yeah. Look, I didn't say this is a great idea.
So you put your law license aside? Right, but if you have a bad client, you know what that ends up being? More times in court. If you're a private attorney, more money down the road. It doesn't make sense. You would make more profit off of your client being more, I'm not going to use
You're thinking rationally, bro.
It doesn't rationally make
Can I
sense.
give her 1 second? We don't know where the evidence came from. We don't know. It's not recorded. So she's arrested. That doesn't mean necessarily there was more to the story.
But what's the charge about participating in gang activity?
Yeah.
I think the theory is, and if you stretch it to its logical end, is that by tampering with this cell phone, the information on that cell phone could have led to the prosecution of other gang members, and so you are furthering the gang by not allowing for them to be arrested. That could be a theory.
It's a specific Georgia statute.
Yeah,
it's a specific Georgia statute that speaks to participating in gang activity when you're involved in an enumerated felony, which in this case is the alleged tampering of
There's
evidence.
even a part of it that where you're trying to upgrade your status in the gang as well. And if she is representing a lot of people in this space, maybe she was...
Well, see, but that's what I think this may have just been an effort by her to sort of add to her credibility.
Yeah.
This is, again, this is Fagan on her Instagram joking about pretending she doesn't recognize her client on incriminating surveillance video. And again, it feels like an effort to say, you know, I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the person you want to turn to because I understand, and I don't see why that surveillance video would matter.
Yeah, look, I think there's an aspect to that, of course. I mean, you want to definitely have that credibility if you're representing different individuals in this kind of space. I think it's probably not the best thing to do. I just have to tell you, In a case like this, I'm not surprised. This whole RICO case has been such a circus with attorneys already getting into legal trouble, jurors getting into legal trouble. I wasn't surprised that now we have this, one of the attorneys representing a big client in this prosecution is now getting in trouble too. I was just like another aspect of the circus nature of this case.
And this is Fonnie Willis, right?
She's got plenty of
problems. She's got.
I
mean, she's got a lot of other stuff to deal with, and she is the prosecutor. And by the way, jury selection in this case, in the young thug case, took what?
Almost a year?
Yeah, I was going to say 10 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
attorneys in contempt, getting thrown out of court, jurors getting in contempt.
Well, let me play another piece of sound. This is Fagan seemingly impressed with her own fame. Let's listen.
You know, there is nothing better than when you walk out of the gas station and somebody be like, "Are you Nicole?" And you know, real the world I live in, I don't even be one to claim myself sometimes. But then when he's like, "You might not remember because it was a long time ago, but you got me out of jail," that makes you feel good.
There's nothing terrible about that video, but again, it gives the impression that she is obsessed with being accepted into a particular world.
I mean, I guess so, maybe, because I'm not sure if you guys have represented gang members, but when I'm out and about, I don't want to be recognized by my clients. If there was a constitutional issue in their case, no, I was like, if they come up to me like, "Buckmeyer, is that you?" And I'd be like, "Hey, no, we're good. Like, I'm not on the clock now. Like, you don't need to talk to me. It's all right." But yeah, I have clients that I've represented that come up to me. I might have won their case for a myriad of reasons. And yeah, I do feel happy if I did help them in the right way, how it may be. But I don't think I would go on social media and brag about it. That's not me saying, "Hey, look at me. The Bloods and the Crips know me. They were illegally searched in this case, and I got them out. Look at me." Like, that's not a thing.
If her clients or potential clients are bragging about their legal issues in different ways, they would want an attorney that's high profile and part of it and understands it. I can understand.
Why do you think I won't go on Dan's show?
Exactly.
But is she kind of feeding into this narrative of "I'll do whatever it takes"?
Well, can she still represent now? I mean, now that she's been charged in this case, does that impact her ability to continue representing?
Yes, you can. So if you are currently being prosecuted with a crime in that county, it is up to the judge to ask the client and say, "Are you okay? This person's being prosecuted with still being represented." And because of the category of people that she's appealing to, that being people who are in gangs, it might not be a problem. And if the case is resolved and it's done, then it doesn't really have to, unless she gets disbarred, she can still practice.
Right, because she's got to be careful in any sort of plea because she can't plea in a way that won't let her keep practicing law. I mean, she's 34 years old.
Yeah.
This is sort of the beginning of her career.
Yeah, that feels tough. I'm not going to lie. In pleading in a way that would not jeopardize her legal career. I don't know. I don't see a successful resolution of this unless you see something I don't.
Unless she goes to trial and she says that, you know, that the evidence is not there.
She's denying it.
Right.
So we don't really know what the genesis was. So if only time will tell. But, you know, it's the ethics issues that I do see coming up in the course of this case. It makes it difficult to resolve.
And her benefit might be that she is a barred attorney and the person making the allegations over the phone is probably don't have the best of records. And so a judge may look at it and say, okay, I have an attorney who's on the bar and I have someone who has maybe a criminal record, and who do I want to believe? And if it's just a he said, she said, it may work to her benefit, but I don't know how this.
Yeah, and my guess is she's going to say they're taking it out of context, that's not what she meant, etc. She wasn't actually telling him to dispose of the phone. She was telling him to get a new phone because there's been an update and he might want to get the 15 instead of the 12.
Dan's representing her.
Are you barred in Georgia?
I'm just making this up. All right. Misty Marris, Brian Buckmeyer, Jesse Weber, thank you guys. This was terrific. Really appreciate you guys coming in.